Hi, this is P&M Senior Wellness. Let's give those legs some love today. If standing up, climbing stairs, or even walking across the room has started to feel harder than it used to, you're not alone, and it's not weakness. It's your body quietly losing the strength it once had, one small muscle at a time. But here's the good news. 6 simple movements can stop that decline and bring your legs back to life. No gym or equipment needed. Because the truth is, the fastest way to stay independent after 60 isn't about pushing harder, it's about training smarter. In the next few minutes, you'll discover the single exercise most doctors now recommend to rebuild strength without stressing your joints, and the one mistake that silently steals your balance every day. Stay with me, because somewhere around the middle of this routine, I'll show you how to test your body's real age, a quiet little check-in that reveals how strong you truly are. Before we start, do me one small favor, tap like and comment the letter C if you're ready to stay strong this week. And most importantly, don't skip any part of this video. You might miss the one step that changes everything. Exercise 1. Squats, foundation for thigh and hip strength. Strong legs are the foundation of independence. Every time you stand up from a chair, climb the stairs, or rise from your bed in the morning, you're performing a squat even if you don't realize it. This movement is one of the body's most natural patterns, and it's also one of the first to fade as we age. When leg muscles weaken, simple actions start to feel uncertain. So today, we're going to rebuild that strength safely and confidently, one mindful repetition at a time. Stand with your feet about hip-width apart, toes slightly turned out. Feel the ground beneath you firm, steady, and supportive. That connection is where strength begins. If you need extra stability, place a sturdy chair behind you or rest your fingertips lightly on a countertop. Take a deep breath in to prepare your body. As you exhale, begin to lower yourself down as if you're about to sit back into that chair. Push your hips back first, not your knees forward. Keep your chest lifted, your spine long, and your gaze forward. This helps protect your back and keeps your balance centered. Stop lowering when your thighs are parallel to the floor or at any height that feels comfortable, never forcing the motion beyond what your body allows. Pause for a heartbeat at the bottom, then press through your heels and slowly rise back to standing. That's one complete, controlled squat. If you have knee discomfort, reduce your depth and move slowly. If you're living with osteoporosis, try a wall sit variation. Stand with your back against a wall, slide down just a few inches, and hold the position for 15 to 30 seconds. It builds strength while keeping your spine supported. If you've had a knee replacement, sit down fully in the chair, then rise up using your hands only as needed. Over time, focus on letting your legs do more of the work. The goal isn't to move perfectly, it's to move with awareness and confidence. Start with 5 repetitions, focusing on smooth, steady breathing. As you get stronger, work up to 15 reps 3 times a week. With each squat, feel your thighs, hips, and core waking up, reconnecting as one unified system. You're not just training muscles, you're reclaiming the strength to rise, to walk, to live freely and without hesitation. This simple movement, done consistently, can quietly reshape how you move through every part of your day. Exercise 2, cat-cow flow, spinal mobility and posture. Your spine is the body's communication line. Every message of balance, strength, and coordination passes through it. When it stiffens, everything else begins to slow down. Your posture changes, your breath shortens, and even your balance becomes less reliable. The cat-cow flow is one of the simplest, most effective ways to keep that connection alive. It restores fluidity to your movement and helps your body stay young from the inside out. Begin by coming to your hands and knees on a firm, comfortable surface. Place your wrists directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Spread your fingers wide to support your weight evenly. Take a slow, deep breath in. As you inhale, lift your tailbone and your chest gently toward the ceiling. Let your belly relax toward the floor. This is the cow position. Feel the gentle stretch along the front of your body, from your chin down to your hips. Now, exhale smoothly. Tuck your chin toward your chest. Round your spine upward like a gentle wave, and draw your belly button in toward your spine. This is the cat position. Move slowly, matching each inhale and exhale to the motion. Inhale to open the front of your body, exhale to lengthen and release the back. If kneeling is uncomfortable, You can do the same motion while sitting tall in a sturdy chair. Keep your feet flat on the ground. Place your hands on your thighs and gently arch and round your back in rhythm with your breath. For those living with osteoporosis, focus more on the opening phase, the cow position, and keep your movements smaller and within a pain-free range. The goal is not to stretch deeply, but to invite gentle mobility back into your spine. Perform 5 to 10 rounds at your own pace. With each repetition, imagine the joints of your spine becoming more supple, your breath reaching deeper, and your posture quietly resetting. This simple flow reconnects your body and mind, making daily movements, bending, reaching, twisting, feel lighter and easier. No strain, no rush, just smooth rhythm and quiet strength returning one breath at a time. Exercise 3. Balance training. Reduce fall risk and improve stability. Balance is the quiet strength that protects everything else. It's what lets you step off a curb without fear, reach for something high without wobbling, and walk across uneven ground with confidence. Yet most people don't notice it fading until one day, a simple step feels uncertain. The truth is, balance doesn't disappear overnight. It quietly weakens through years of sitting, stiff joints, and unused stabilizer muscles. The good news is that your body still remembers how to balance. It simply needs a gentle reminder to wake that skill again. Let's start simple. Stand tall beside a sturdy chair, wall, or countertop. Keep one hand lightly touching it just enough to feel secure. Distribute your weight evenly between both feet. Now, shift your weight gently onto your right foot and lift your left foot an inch or two off the floor. Don't lock your standing knee. Keep it soft and strong. Focus your eyes on a still point in front of you. This helps your brain align with your body. You'll begin to feel small muscles in your ankle, knee, and hip start to activate, working quietly to keep you steady. Hold that position for up to 30 seconds, breathing slowly. Then switch sides. It's completely normal if one leg feels more stable than the other. Balance is built through awareness and repetition, not perfection. If that feels too challenging, start smaller. Keep your toes of the lifted foot on the ground, using them like a light kickstand. Or try a seated version, sit upright in a sturdy chair, and lift one leg a few inches, holding for 10 to 30 seconds. It's safer and still activates the same stabilizing muscles. As you grow stronger, reduce the support. Move from a full hand on the chair to just a few fingers, then eventually none. Once you can balance freely for 30 seconds, add a gentle progression. Close your eyes for a moment while keeping your support close. Without vision, your body learns to rely more on inner coordination, your muscles, joints, and nerves communicating in real time. Practice this 3 times a week. With each session, you'll start to feel more grounded, more aware of how your body moves through space. Over time, walking feels smoother, turning corners feels easier, and everyday movements regain their quiet stability. You're not just preventing falls, you're rebuilding confidence in your body's wisdom. Every second you spend balancing is a small victory for your independence, a message to your body that says, we're still strong and we're still standing. Exercise 4. Step-ups. Boost cardiovascular endurance and walking function. If there's one movement that predicts independence, it's your ability to climb a single step. Stairs, curbs, doorways, they all depend on the same strength and rhythm. Step-ups combine strength training, balance work, and cardiovascular conditioning into one practical motion, which is why they're one of the most effective exercises you can do after 60. Every repetition builds not just your legs, but your confidence to move freely through life. Begin by finding a low, stable surface about 4 to 6 inches high. The bottom step of a staircase or a sturdy step platform is ideal. Stand tall with your feet hip-width apart, shoulders relaxed, and your gaze forward. Place your right foot fully on the step, making sure both the heel and toe are grounded. Take a breath in. As you exhale, press through your heel and lift your body upward, bringing your left foot up to meet your right. Pause briefly at the top to find your balance, then slowly step back down with control, leading with your left foot. That's 1 repetition. Alternate sides each time so both legs share the effort evenly. Keep your core lightly engaged throughout the movement and maintain an upright posture. Avoid leaning too far forward or pushing off from your toes. That single cue protects your knees and shifts the power to your hips and thighs where it belongs. Start with 30 seconds of continuous step-ups at a gentle pace. As your stamina improves, Increase the time gradually to 1 minute, then 2, and finally 3 minutes. That's your active cardio zone, short enough to manage, but powerful enough to strengthen your heart and lungs. If you've had knee replacements or live with joint discomfort, lower the step height and move slowly. Use a handrail, countertop, or the back of a sturdy chair for balance. If you need additional safety, place the step near a wall so one side offers steady support. What matters most isn't speed, it's control and consistency. Each careful repetition helps your legs remember how to work together, how to carry you smoothly, and how to catch you when you need stability most. Everyday life is full of steps into your home, into your car, onto the sidewalk. With regular practice, you'll notice stronger thighs, steadier breathing, and greater ease in each movement. Step by step, you're not just exercising, you're restoring endurance, reclaiming energy, and strengthening the simple motion that keeps your world within reach. Exercise 5. Hip bridge. Increase bone density and reduce back pain. Your hips and spine are the anchors of every movement you make. When they weaken, simple things standing up, walking, or even getting a good night's sleep begin to feel like effort. The hip bridge helps rebuild that foundation from the ground up. It strengthens your glutes, supports your lower back, and stimulates bone growth safely, all without putting pressure on your joints. This one movement not only builds strength, but restores the kind of stability that makes everyday life smoother and more comfortable. Begin by lying flat on your back on a firm surface, such as an exercise mat or carpet. Bend your knees so your feet rest flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Your arms can rest by your sides, palms facing down for balance. Take a slow breath in. As you exhale, press your heels firmly into the floor and gently lift your hips upward. Think about lifting from your glutes, not your lower back. Your body should form a straight line from your knees down to your shoulders. Pause for 2 or 3 seconds at the top, squeezing your glutes gently as you breathe steadily. Then, lower your hips slowly and with control, one vertebra at a time, until you return to the floor. That's one complete repetition. For those managing osteoporosis, this exercise is one of the safest and most effective ways to build bone density without bending the spine. Move slowly, focusing on deliberate motion and steady breathing. If you've had a knee replacement, place a small pillow between your knees to help keep them aligned and to add comfort. For arthritis, smaller lifts are perfectly fine. Even raising your hips a few inches will engage the muscles and improve circulation around the joints. The key is not height, but control and consistency. Start with 10 repetitions. Perform 3 times a week. As your muscles strengthen, build to 15 repetitions or add short bridge holds of 10 to 30 seconds. You'll feel your hips, hamstrings, and core working together. These are the same muscles that keep you upright, steady, and strong in daily movement. With regular practice, you'll notice reduced lower back tension, improved posture, and greater ease when standing or walking. Over time, this simple motion becomes more than an exercise, it's an act of renewal. Each lift strengthens your foundation, stabilizes your spine, and quietly reawakens the strength you thought was gone. The hip bridge reminds you that power doesn't come from speed or strain, it comes from steady, mindful effort that builds confidence from the ground up. Exercise 6. Side leg raises. Hip stability and improved walking gait. Every step you take depends on one small but powerful group of muscles on the sides of your hips. These muscles, the gluteus medius and its supporting stabilizers, act like the body's balance anchors. When they weaken, your hips wobble, your stride shortens, and even short walks can leave you feeling tired or unsteady. Side leg raises are a simple yet transformative way to strengthen these stabilizers. By retraining them, you'll move with better posture, smoother coordination, and renewed confidence in every step. Stand tall beside a sturdy chair, wall, or countertop for support. Keep your feet hip-width apart, shoulders relaxed, and your core gently engaged. Shift your weight slowly onto your right leg, keeping it firm but not locked. Now, lift your left leg out to the side, only 6 to 12 inches off the floor. You don't need height, you need control. Keep your toes pointing straight forward rather than upward. This small adjustment targets the correct hip muscles while protecting your lower back. Hold the lifted position for a brief moment, just long enough to feel the side of your hip engage, then slowly lower your leg until your foot almost touches the floor. That's 1 repetition. Perform 10 to 15 repetitions, then switch sides. Move with intention, keeping your upper body upright and your movements smooth and steady. If balance feels uncertain, keep one hand resting lightly on the chair. If standing is uncomfortable, try the seated version. Sit tall in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the ground. Lift one leg out to the side as far as it comfortably goes, pause, then return to center. You'll feel the same activation in your outer hip. Over time, as strength builds, you can add a resistance band around your ankles or hold each lift for 2 to 3 seconds to deepen the challenge. Remember, even small, controlled motions are highly effective when performed consistently. Do this exercise 2 to 3 times per week. Within weeks, you'll notice a more stable gait, stronger hips, and smoother movement when walking, climbing stairs, or standing from a chair. Side leg raises don't just build muscle, they restore balance and confidence, allowing your body to move the way it was designed to. Each repetition reminds your hips how to support you, how to stay aligned, and how to keep you moving through life with strength, steadiness, and quiet assurance. Thank you for watching, Papa Mama. Before you go, tell me in the comments which part of your body asked for care today. Was it your knees, your back, or maybe the quiet strength in your hips, reminding you to move with kindness? Every lift, every breath, every moment of balance you practiced today was a promise to your future self that you're still building, still capable, still moving forward. Remember, progress doesn't come from force. It comes from steady attention, one mindful step at a time. Rest well tonight knowing your body heard you, and it's already responding with strength and gratitude.